and welcome back to the On Respect and to another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10. And it's a big show today because we're not very far away from Dynasty at all. Really come up quickly. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff happening on this show. And we started things off with Kenny Omega in action, taking on Blake Christian. He was accompanied to the ring by Lee Johnson. The match was little more than a squash, with Omega running through Vanilla Baby, fending off interference from Johnson and pinning his opponent following a one-winged angel. Not bad thing considering there's been plenty of times in Dynamite history where a one-sided battle would have been in order more than non-competitive ones we got. After the match, Omega began a promo when he was interrupted by Speedball via satellite Ricochet 2. After hearing both out, Omega vowed to win on April 6th and closed out the segment with a stare down with Bayley. This was an interesting opening segment. It did nothing to further the freeway program for the title, and the match amounted to nothing despite its potential on paper. The triple threat at Dynasty is going to be great, but the build has been somewhat lackluster, and the opening segment follows suit despite a red hot crowd. So yeah, I'm going to limit it to a 5 out of 10. Before a frustrated Jericho ordered Bad Apple, Brian Keith and Big Bill to impress him or else, and from there he challenged Bandido to a mastery title match for the ROH title, which will be an intriguing match, and interesting to see where Jericho's going with that. But back in the arena, MJF was in the ring to answer MVP's invitation to join the Hurt Syndicate. After much short, he told MVP he wants to be in the business of hurting people, which drew out the Lashley and Benjamin. The Almighty wants face-to-face with the Souls of the Earth and demanded the business card. He then tore it out. MJF left the ring in time for Keith and Bill to interrupt and issue a challenge for the tag title. After a back and forth, MVP told the contenders to win a match before they get a title shot. So yeah, they're not going to be getting not getting an immediate title shot, but I'm very intrigued by an MJF Lashley feud. That'll be very interesting. Before we got on to Brody King versus Carl Fletcher, Fletcher's first match since the match with Ospreay at Revolution. The physicality was evident from the start and featured some assist strikes between the two. At one point, Fletcher delivered a tombstone to King, but could not keep him down for the 3. King fought back and set up for a corner cannonball, but Fletcher's former Aussie Open partner Mark Davis pulled him out of the way in time for Babyface to crash in the corner. Moments later, Fletcher scored the victory with Brainbuster, allowing him to rebuild some momentum. After the match, Davis and Fletcher beat down King until Hobbs made the save and celebrated out the ring ahead of the break. This was some of the best action we've seen so far, it all built up, especially with the added interference. So whether King should be viewed as more of a value asset than a guy who loses more than he wins is an interesting one, but he definitely seems like he can be recovering from, and I really enjoyed this, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. For the second time on Wednesday evening, a match that had much promise on paper was short-lived. It was basically a squash match where moments after saving King for until one beat down from Aussie Open, Hobbs squared off with Davis in the ring and steamrolled him. It was questionable booking given that Davis had a breakout performance not long ago. Here he was served Hobbs on a platter. Hobbs getting a win felt inevitable. So yeah, a bit of a shame. We'd like to see it go longer. 5 out of 10 from me. In a pre-tape video, Schiavone sat down with Cope and FTR. Harwood blamed his walkout on the Friends last week on setting aside FTR's goals to help Cope achieve his, only for racist FTR to fail. Back and forth then ensued, and all three men agreed to challenge against Death Riders for Dynasty for the tag trios titles. So yeah, I'll be intrigued to see where that's all going. Before Swerve called out John Moxley ahead of their World Title match at Dynasty and wasted little time proving the Hales Parlour tricks and tactics will not work on him. The number one contender is smarter than Moxley's usual opponents and had answers to Claudio's appearance at ringside and Marina's attempt to execute a sneak attack. Mox rambled about social media and talent agencies while Strickland vowed to take the title. The Death Riders have been dominated for 6 months to the dismay of many, and having Strickland to be the star enough to counter their shenanigans is a great touch. Hopefully that doesn't mean Moxley breaks out into a new wrinkle to successfully retain the title, because the reign has kind of been felt like it's coming to an end for a while now. Darius and Dante Martin then made quick work in another squash match, building momentum ahead of the Top Flights match this Sunday night on Collision against Bill and Keith, with a shot at the tag titles potentially on the line. Before we got Mark Briscoe tearing off with Takeshita. A hard-fought battle saw Takeshita on the defensive late, only to come back and deliver Raging Fire for a pinfall win. This is a good competitive match that reinforced Takeshita and let him pick up a quality victory over a trusted and respected opponent, looking to bounce back from that loss to Omega. Briscoe again proved he might be the most undervalued guy on the roster as he continues to have fun quality matches against opponents on all levels. So yeah, I think both really just showing how good both these guys are, and they created a very strong match here. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. And in our main event, we saw that Megan Bayne will challenge Toni Storm at Dynasty, but she sent a message to her rival by the way of an impressive victory in tag action Wednesday. Bayne and Penelope Ford defeated Storm and Thunder Roster in the main event, with the number one contenders taking centre stage as she overwhelmed the competition. position. Late, she shrugged off everything Storm threw at her and proceeded to level her and score the victory, as she being minimally affected by the top women's division. The women's division is the main event, is always welcome occurrence, but the crowd struggled to get into this beyond Storm's appearances, signature stuff. Bane remains largely unknown to fans, and nothing the company has done with her presentation has really changed that. She looks like the dominant challenger who could easily knock off Storm, but there needs to be more substance. And I think we're slowly getting there. Not quite there yet. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. And overall, Dynamite this week gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I thought, it's a weird episode of Dynamite. Nothing particularly too memorable. Lots of squash matches on there. But I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I think we're slowly getting there towards Dynasty. Some intriguing storylines building up. And I think, could be a big night on a night. Quite a quiet show as we continue to build towards it. I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
That's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Follow us on our socials. Link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.